What is going on, you guys? It is I, Dollar Cost Crypto, here with DCC's Declassified School Recession Guide. What is going on, you guys? I'm going to help you guys out today in this video to make sure that you guys don't get wrecked in this upcoming recession that we honestly probably have been in for the last 6 months. But hey, everyone juices the numbers around here. What is going on, you guys? Max Diginus. That meme will never get old. Beautiful, man. And shout out to everybody who's coming out to the Crypto Mindset Meetup. Thank you, guys. I cannot wait to meet you guys. I take my flight out, I think, in like 4-ish hours. So I'll be checking you guys out there in Vegas in a bit. But shout out to you guys. Tonight. Yeah, I'm tonight, dude. I'm flying out to Vegas tonight and stuff. It's in a couple hours. I'm basically taking some night owl flight and stuff. So I'll be seeing you guys out there in Vegas. For sure. John Favell, man, picked up a valet shift for extra money. Don't even need it. My business generates plenty. Want more? Shit, man. You're gonna win, bro. I'm telling you, man. Stacking that cash right now, getting that savings to then purchase these lows, man. It's coming, bro. It's coming. What are we shorting? Personally, I personally do not short or long too much at all. I mean, I sometimes during a time I maybe do 3x at the most, but personally, I don't short and I really don't long for the most part. It is really not a strategy that I use. I'm more of a buy and hold investor, but I just buy good prices, yield on it, and then hold it over a long period of time, and then catch the entire uptrend and then take profits close to the tops and stuff like that. And then when it's convenient, pretty much. So yeah, please, man, shout out to Pulsechain and Hex Game. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you don't hit the notification bell at all, what ends up happening is that you can get unsubscribed. I have no idea why that happens, but it just ends up happening, man. But yeah, man. I guess just start this off just with some little just some cleaning and stuff like that, some little housework. Let's see if I can find it. The Crypto Mindset Meetup is still for sale, you guys. So the party will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 7 o'clock to Pacific Standard Time. Of course, you're in Vegas. I'll just be 7 o'clock at the local time. It's $350. You guys can get in and stuff like that. Me and Charlie have decided we're just gonna leave it open up until like until right before, maybe 2 hours into the party. Then we're closing it basically. We've had some people that say, yeah, we're gonna make it around that time and stuff like. Can we still get tickets? And I was like, yeah, of course, yeah. So we've just extended it and left it open for some people. We ended up getting a little extra capacity, so we're like, let's do it. So perfect. Basically that's just a good excuse to have a great time with meeting the Moon Gang. I'm gonna be there. I'll meet all you guys. We're gonna have some drinks, hang out, talk crypto, private crypto alpha fight club rules and stuff. I want to talk about some stuff I can't talk about YouTube in there. Kick-ass 3-story private mansion in Vegas we can enjoy for over 6 hours and stuff like that on Saturday. Open bar. Bartenders. We're gonna have DJs, party catering. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. Poker tables, blackjack, Texas Hold'em, craps. I think we have roulette. I have to double check, but we also have billiards as well. Surprise guests and speakers and stuff like that, and all kinds of other stuff as well. And then that's only the first part of the event. On the second day, we're gonna meet at the stadium swim at the Circa at I think about 11 in the morning. The next day, make sure to give you guys a little bit of time to sleep. and then we meet at the Circa Stadium Swim for a couple hours, hang out there at the pool and stuff, do a little pool party, get some drinks, maybe bet on some sports games. And then from there, we're going to do like a big, go to hotels, get dressed, and then go on a night on the town, basically. So cannot wait. I cannot wait to meet you guys and stuff like that. That's going to be so cool. But yeah, that's what's going on right now with the Crypto Mindset Meetup. And yeah, man, so pleased to see you guys there. We will be giving out an email tonight, late tonight, about the address of where it's going to be at. So anybody who's worrying about just if you purchase a ticket, we have your email. You're going to get an email invitation about it. Please keep the location on the down low. But obviously, everyone, in order to get into the party, you have to give out your name and everything like that. And then you're going to be put on the guest list, and then security will let you into the party pretty much from there. And the only other rules is obviously you can smoke and everything like that, but it's just got to be outside. No smoking inside the house, but you can drink in or outside of the house. That's perfectly fine. And we also have a pool. So if you want to bring some swim trunks or something like that, you can jump in the pool. So it's totally fine. We're going to have all kinds of, festivities going on. So I cannot wait to see you guys there and stuff like that. And yeah, man, so beautiful. But shout out to you guys. Let's see. Gen X Square. Let's see. DCC Market Insider reported the U.S. avoided a recession. Your thoughts? We'll have to see and stuff like that to see if it's the official numbers and stuff like that. But this was always an option that it's very possible that they can juice the numbers and say that, oh no, we're not in a recession. But come on, we definitely are. At some point, we're gonna call that we are in a recession, and then from there, at that point, it just is what it is. But this is more, this episode here is more of a thing to actually just get you guys prepared and just certain things as a man and a woman just to have in the household and kind of, be prepared. This is just standard issue, like standard operating procedure when it comes to just being ready, right? So I'm going to talk about the health side first. Then we'll get into money and crypto and all that stuff. But it's just a certain thing. Like, make sure that you guys have plenty of, like, this is super basic stuff, but you need to make sure you have water, plenty of water. You could have a bunch of water bottles and stuff like that stored in storage closet in the garage, somewhere cool. Brita filters or anything like that, water purification tablets. You don't have to go ape shit crazy and stuff like that. I'm not a prep or anything like that, but it's just having a couple months of extra supplies is just always nice because that just makes you kind of tamper proof, right? And then you have to, with the water and all these sort of things, they last quite a long time, Now, in terms of food and stuff like that, there's a lot of companies out there that actually sell, basically survival food or anything like that, or just like 6 months supply, 4 months supply of food. You just got to pretty much count out how much people you have in your family, and then from there, just get a couple of 6 months supply. You don't have to go too crazy in the paint. I'm not one of these prepper guys that just goes insane in the membrane when it comes to this sort of stuff. But you would have to be kind of crazy knowing there's just too many coincidences going on in the world right now when it comes to food processing plants and all kinds of these infrastructure in the United States just getting burned up in fires, which is kind of like, So they maybe, whoever this is doing this is maybe trying to create an artificial scarcity and trying to drive up prices and stuff like that. So it's just always good, just in case, just to end up having a bit of, food at hand and stuff like that. And just, protein powder. Like one of the big things that actually, surprisingly enough, for anyone who goes to the gym a lot, like German creatine or creatine powders, like you can't even buy it right now, or it's super expensive, and it's just stocking up on a couple extra things that you wouldn't think you need and stuff like that. But just your creatine, maybe your gym supplements or something like that. You never know. There could possibly be a disruption in the chain of supply and stuff like that. So just picking up some things that you use on the regular basis, getting a couple extras and stuff like that. Maybe you saw what happened when we initially got the first bit of the Android 19. Everyone was trying to get toilet paper and all that stuff. So just picking up a little extra, having it ready, so you're not like the dum dums who are like on TV at Walmart, fucking trying to kill each other for shit, basically. Yeah. Those fires are really sus as hell. It's so true. Yeah. We haven't really felt it yet. The fall will be interesting. Definitely. Yeah. So we'll talk more about that. But it's just getting some of those food stuffs and stuff, protein powder. Usually like this. I know this is such a bro-ish thing to say, but like you can just get protein powder is a great thing to kind of get a couple things. It's not that expensive, $50-$60 per like damn near 5 pounds of whey. It's good supplement and stuff like to get extra protein in you, and then it lasts for fucking 2-3 years. But just getting a couple things like that, food stuffs, and then just start keep living your normal life, but making sure that like you don't eat your stuff. It's really hilarious that people buy all this like extra food and stuff, and then they start eating the food at home instead of just leaving it there, which is kind of funny. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So I live in Alberta. There was a pole ash train derailment earlier this year. They're trying to chill. Yeah. I think potash. I'm sorry, is basically it's a fertilizer and stuff they use to grow plants and stuff. So yeah, they're making it harder to grow crops and everything. So really suspect as hell, man. Pretty insane. Crypto Boogie with the $2 super chat. DCC Monero is an investment worth looking into. I actually no, it's a great coin, but it's more of a utility coin. Until the United States gets super more draconian with like a lot of their crypto information in terms of like KYC and stuff. I mean, recently there was a report that it wasn't confirmed to be applicable to the United States just yet, but it happened in the the Netherlands, the Dutch, and stuff like that. That every wallet that you like now you have to KYC wherever you send your money on Coinbase to, you have to fully KYC it. So obviously, like this is something that I'm going to talk about a little later, but it's about making sure that you take off all your crypto off of exchanges and put them into your possession, into your MetaMask, into your crypto wallets and stuff like that, because these guys, just having control of your money is extremely powerful. But we'll get into that in a minute and stuff. But Monero, I think it's not a terrible coin. It's not going to go anywhere. It's pretty strong. It's so far it's basically the best privacy coin in the world right now. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. So yeah, but in terms of price performance, it may not perform as good as anything else. But if you put it into a situation where people finally start freaking out about privacy, especially in the crypto space, you can see Monero actually pumping. But it could be something that may not happen until maybe like a year or 2 years from now, when things get really kind of crazy, with the government really starting to kind of crack down on KYC. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Yep, those fires are sus as hell, man. That's correct, man. Paulie D, let's see. Texas winter power problem taught me to be ready, get my stuff ready. That's correct. Yeah. Having some extra fuel and everything like that, a generator, just never terrible. You don't have to go too, into the nth degree, but just having a couple of things where you're not like you're just like, you don't catch yourself like, oh, I don't have supplies. I have nothing. That's a terrible situation to be in. One more thing. I mean, this is just what it is, but like making sure that you have firearms, having a pistol, maybe a rifle and stuff like that, having some ammo. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go too crazy. I mean, if it's your passion, you love it, perfect. But I do see a lot of people going a little too crazy on the guns and then kind of not having money to invest, which is kind of a bad idea. But at the same time too, there's quite a lot of people who don't have any firearms at all that get some firearms. You can get them in any state. Even if you're not really happy with the selection that you're able to get, because some are full auto, semi-auto, and all that other jazz, and they're California compliant or whatever bullshit that is. Just having some is just it puts you in a strong position as well to defend your home and everything like that as well. So we're not over here trying to kill zombies, but but it's just a way to just keep you and your family safe and stuff like that. Shotgun's also very good for home defense. Shotgun. pistol, rifle, just having a couple of those, just having those kind of holy trinity, it just keeps you safe, and then having ammo and extra rounds as well and stuff like that. So that's just a great thing to do. Rectified, does a Nerf gun count? Possibly, yes. Beautiful, man. Let's keep going. Max, I would absolutely eat all my prep food before going back to the grocery. Yeah, dude, like that shit happens so much to people. Like, that I know people go crazy with MREs and shit, and run through their whole supplies. They're like, well, I spent my whole month's salary on those prep foods, so I don't have money for regular food, so I'm gonna eat my prep food. Hilarious. But Fallout Zone G, hurricane season prepared me. Florida man for the win. Florida man for the win, man. Florida man for the win. Mike Tyson with the $20 super chat. DCC, do you think the market will stay like this past September? I'm trying to create a dream portfolio. If the market stays like this December, I might be able to make my dream happen, grinding hard. Yeah, pretty much we're in the next, we really got about three more months of just shit. And then we basically start stabilizing, and I think we pretty much hit the lows. So we're going to hit the lows in the next 3 months for this year. And then we're going to probably get another, just to give you full FYI, okay? Somewhere between probably quarter 2, quarter 3, we're going to start getting some legislation actually getting passed that negatively affects crypto. There's nothing you can do about it, whether Republicans or Democrats come into office. We can make it better. There's lobbying groups, but we're right now at no regulation, and we're going to go to some regulation. So because we're going to go to some regulation, it's probably going to put some pressure, and we might get a bit of a drop somewhere in the middle of the next year. So just to give you guys an FYI, but in terms of the lows, I believe the lows are coming in this year. Preferably, and honestly, I think so in the next 3 months or less. So just buying these lows and kind of getting ready for some of the bad news that's going to happen. So I've been saying this for a while, and thank you, Mike Tyson, for the super chat. I've been saying this for quite a while, that the 2 big events that are happening right now are, basically in about 6 or 7 days, we're going to get the GDP numbers for quarter 2. We're going to find out if we grew or we contracted. Some people are saying in the chat that's possible. We're actually it came out that we actually grew positively. Hard to believe, but it's totally to be expected that they can totally cook the numbers. But we're going to have a negative effect, which is the Fed is going to increase the federal fund rate by 50 to 75 basis points in about a little less than a month from now, basically middle of next month. And when that happens, that's going to put more pressure on real estate and the overall crypto market. And this just the real estate market, it puts pressure on real estate market on a slower clip. So you're really going to see probably lower real estate prices over the next year or so. But as time goes on and stuff like that, that's going to put more pressure and kind of hurt the equities market, which is more faster, which then can affect the crypto market. So within that time, we are going to see, with that extra rate increase, we're probably going to see some more volatility in the crypto space, and then more than likely be at the bottoms and stuff. So this is kind of why we've been timing the crypto mindset courses. We're going to go on sale for the crypto mindset quarter 3 around July 22nd to about 5 days from there and stuff like that to the 27th. It goes on sale. And then from there, we're going to launch the courses, and pretty much we're launching it around that time. So we're able to kind of help people time the bottom and kind of buy the bottom on a lot of these coins, and then see which altcoins are even worth a damn to even get into and stuff. So that's kind of the plan. But yeah, Ryan, it's the Fed and the shadow government. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Brian Reyes, I was watching Fresh and Fit podcast today. Man, they made it seem like this recession is going to be even longer. Any thoughts, Miguel? Well, yeah, it's the sort of thing where, like, basically, I think we're already in it already, but the numbers, they're cooking the numbers right now, right? If this number comes out negative, we're finally in it. Cool, we're able to get through it. I do believe that crypto is going to at some point kind of start veering off and pumping outside of like equities, but for now, we're pretty correlated to what's going on in the macro space, but at the same time, I think we're pretty close to the bottom. I personally think we need more of a drop down for BTC, Ethereum, and all this stuff like that. And then after that, just recently, we went under $20,000. It's the first time that we went below a previous all-time high. So I think what BTC hit like $18,000, $19,000, and the all-time high was basically $20,000 from 2017. So we went below that. So that's the first time we've ever done that. But this is the first time that we're getting a correction in the crypto market while also having a contractionary period in the equities market. So that's kind of some of the stuff that's going on. Yes, ammo. Definitely have more ammo. Yeah, just have extra for sure. Yeah, know where your water, gas, and electricity shutoffs are in your home. That's correct. Okay, X City Roland. Bear market is when new projects emerge, right? Has any caught your attention besides Pulsechain? Heard of T2? No, I haven't really heard of T2 too much and stuff like that. Basically, we're at the part right now where we're still not really getting stuff launching. We're getting more projects that existed already starting to launch things that they said they were going to launch almost 7 months ago. So we're getting updates with Jewel, DeFi, Hex Pulsechain is going to launch at some point. So it's a lot of it's like we're still in the early part where the established projects that still have gunpowder and still have vibrant communities and developer power are starting to launch things, and we haven't hit the point of the market where you're starting to get a lot of VCs tremendously buying into projects. They're buying into the main like coins, right? So the top 20, top 30 are getting purchases. Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe Hex and stuff as coins and stuff are getting purchased, and a couple of very like smaller altcoins on Phantom are getting some small purchases as DCAs. But from the larger aspect and stuff like that, no, there isn't many new investments into venture right now, but they are coming pretty much. But we have to wait for BTC and Ethereum to really bottom out before people start kind of speculating and putting money into the altcoin market, which then ends up putting money into new projects. Then you actually get the new projects to come out. Right now, we're still dealing with a lot of the stuff. So we're sort of in like a 2018 period where we're really not getting nothing launching, right? I mean, Hex was probably the best thing that launched in 2019, and that really launched in December 2nd or 3rd of December 2nd or 3rd of 2019. So just to give you a little bit of time preference. So we need to really bottom out first before we start seeing a lot of new projects launch. We have had some, but we're mostly seeing things like something like a Terra that's on Phantom started launching on Optimism. We're seeing a lot of synergy between Phantom and Optimism, especially with their secondary projects. But right now, like I made DCAs and investments into a lot of like the Phantom projects. Not a lot of money, but just slowly, like $500 here, $1,000 here, going very slowly, just DCAs, and now waiting for the next level down before I make any more investments into them. But these projects are all kind of expanding onto other blockchains, so they're essentially, if Phantom fails, which I don't think so, but they're like if it did, they got another home on Optimism, and that's kind of one of the key things that I'm watching right now is projects that got that firepower as well as like infrastructure plays, which we're going to talk about in the Crypto Mindset course. Let's see. Okay, Pulsechain Hex game. DCC, what's an entry level to climb the Hex Pulsechain Citadel? Okay, Pulse Hex Citadel. Okay, in terms of Hex it's a pretty easy one. Okay, cool. Woo, got some good news on the party. So yeah, so we shit. I'm about to hit this real quick, man. I gotta. Woo! So we secured something for the party, and that's all I'm saying. But for anyone who guys can make it out and stuff, if you guys are driving, we have valet. Don't worry about that. You can bring your car, come to the party and stuff like that. Drive in. You can drive out in the night and stuff. That's what you want to do. But definitely, it's a great time to like make a network, like to build your network and stuff like that. But yeah. But in terms for Hex, pretty much, I mean, like Hex is getting cheap enough where, it's very possible for someone to actually have like 1 million Hex, 500,000 Hex liquid stack, and then build themselves up 10 to like 100 T shares. And but one of the big things that I'm really looking forward to is that when we actually have the launch of P Hex, that it's going to be possible for people to get to the 100 to 1,000 P shares. That is going to be very possible. Sorry. That's kind of what I'm looking for on the Hex side. Like I believe in a 60-40 split for especially a lot of new guys coming into the space. I like people to have 60% liquid, 40% staked. And especially with that much liquid, you can actually afford to kind of make skip maybe 1 or 2 year stakes and go straight to year 3 and then kind of evenly stake out up to like 10 to 15 years. Obviously, if your time preference is a little smaller, maybe them just kind of increase them so that you're talking about like you're mostly concentrating that's 40% of your liquid Hex in a 7-year kind of batch instead of the full 12 plus year batch and stuff because you're skipping year 1 and 2 and going straight to 3 years. That way you have more bang for your buck, and because you have so much liquid right now, you can take advantage of price pumps in the price of Hex over the next year or two. And that can put you in a really strong position where you're able to play the kind of game of like you're able to sell some at the tops there, buy back at the bottoms, so you have more Hex, and then you can stake the extra Hex out into stakes and stuff, and they just keep getting richer. You keep getting richer and richer and richer in T shares, which puts you in a much better position. For PulseX Citadel and stuff like that, I mean, just over time in the beginning, 10 million PulseX and Pulse tokens is really not going to be that much. But in the future, that's going to be quite a lot. It's going to be a lot more substantial. Basically, if you can have the ability to get to 50 million tokens, PulseX and Pulsechain tokens and stuff, I would definitely try to shoot that as a goal. The round numbers are crazy, 100 million and stuff like that, but like that might be out of the reach for some people to kind of hit that level. But 10 million, everyone should be able to hit, especially with like there's going to be lows on these coins where you can be able to actually get millions and millions of PulseX and Pulsechain at a pretty cheap rate in terms of dollars or Hex conversion. And that's kind of being able to hold that, because you don't, in terms of PulseX and Pulsechain, in terms of the holding structure, there's not much of a staking incentives other than just like LP farming, but you have to actually physically hold the tokens and just be mindful. And a lot of people are not used to having such a large liquid stack, so you have to be very careful. So it's just having the discipline of saying this kind of like these, like if this was a Trezor, as an example, if this was a Trezor, like I got my 10 billion PulseX, 15 billion PulseX, 10 billion PulseX, put that away, and then that's going to be my whole stack. I kind of throw that away in the closet and then come back to that some other time. Basically, that's what you're going to want to do versus just having it all at your disposal there, because you may get incentivized during one pump to sell it all, and then it keeps pumping, and then it doesn't come back to your price level, and then now you become poor. You're going down the ladder basically when it comes to that. But yeah. Drew, my brew, DCC, my mindset's still stuck on gold and silver. Gold and silver will be good during recession. Flip into crypto next dip. Apologies for me and cheapskate. I could super chat. No, it's all good, dude. I would just chill. Look, if you already have quite a lot of gold and silver, I would just chillax on that. Look, you have enough, right? Like I did, like go into my last stream, I did this whole tirade on like the silver market and stuff like this. Like if you have 100+ ounces of silver, you have a couple ounces of gold, like you have plenty there, because depending on like how old you are in your portfolio, right? You may already have 5-10% of your portfolio in gold and silver. That's plenty enough in metals. But you need to focus more now on stacking up your crypto and your cash position. So let me get in really quickly into some back into the DCC's Declassified school recession guide, right? So because we know some fuck shit's going to start happening, right? This is like a common sense thing, right? So let me see. Obviously, don't carry this much cash around, but like what I would recommend to people is to like have like cash in, like make sure like have cash on hand, not in the bank. So obviously we have to live the real world, right? We have the debit, credit card system and stuff. We have to have cash and savings in the bank and stuff like that. But what I would recommend to you guys is get a safe. Get a home safe. It doesn't have to be nothing crazy. You can put it in the attic or whatever, wherever you end up having it and stuff, like next to your dildos or whatever. And next to your red candles, next to your green candles. And then having some cash on hand, because it's very likely, if we ever did, like this hasn't happened in the United States in a long time, but you could have a run on the bank at some point, and having access to like even though the dollars are getting inflated away or whatever the hell it happened, but during that crash, People won't have access to their wealth and stuff like that. So people will still be like, will be trading resources and things for dollars in cash and money like this, right? And you can use this right here to get supplies and stuff while people are in the cash crunch. So what happens if like the system goes down and you can't purchase anything with a bank card? Well, you got cash on hand. You can trade this filthy fiat for stuff that really matters, maybe medicine or anything like that. It's just a prudent, smart move to have some cash on hand. Okay. You don't have to go too crazy. You don't have to have all your fucking life savings, but having something more than the average, like maybe having something like 3 months of like rent, supply, rent, food. What think about your costs and stuff like you. And you can build this over time. You don't have to do something like crazy, like, but just like stack a couple. You can start off maybe stacking a couple $100 bills in your house or in the vault or something like that away. So you're like, cool, I got some extra here. And then, and hopefully you guys don't lose it all on the craps table. But that's one, right? Another thing too, right? In terms of like what to do with like the declassified recession guide, right? Is to get your crypto off the exchanges. I talked about this a little earlier, you guys, but getting your money off of Coinbase. So you can use Coinbase to actually buy. You can use Coinbase to actually buy, get your USDC, get your Ethereum and stuff like that. But with like some of the news that's happening with like Coinbase, now I'm going to start doing a lot more. I have a decentralized sort of system. So this is something we see in the courses: is have more than one exchange. You want to have a Coinbase account, you want to have a Kraken account, you want to have an FTX account, Binance USA. Basically, have Gemini, have all the options available to you. Because if one kind of stiffs you, you go to the next one. You just centralize your ability to purchase an on-ramp money, because this also helps you off-ramp money and back into your bank account in the future. So get your money off of any centralized exchanges and stuff, like any yield farm stuff and everything. Like unless it's like its own place. Like let's just say I'm yield farming on Jewel. Where should I be? On Jewel. That's fine. But would I put my Jewel on some other fucking source that I don't really know the team or anything? No, that's pretty stupid. So we're only using coin on coin yield farm opportunities right now. So that means like if I have Hex and some other guy could offer me like 50% of my Hex versus like 39%, right? Or 38% for staking. Why the fuck would you do it on? Fuck that. You would do it on the main website always, right? Because that's where it's safest, right? You buy your coins and you earn yield on its own website, its own yield farms, and try not to use third-party yield farms to earn yield. This is not a time for taking that level of risk. Right now, it's flash sale bargain bin season and stuff. We're buying these things. It's on a fire sale. So why will we actually risk? We're already buying these lows right now. We just got to stay in the cut, stay ready, stack these coins, get our money up, and then later on when the prices come back up, we're going to be like, Jesus, man, gold grilling. But yeah. But so let's see. Crypto Boogie with the $5 super chat. What's going on, man? 5,000 rounds of rifle ammo, 1,000 rounds of pistol ammo, 16 rifle mags, 10 pistol mags. Yeah, that's actually a good goal to try to get to. Crypto Boogie is literally an authority when it comes to this sort of stuff and everything. I've talked to him many times, but this is probably a really good sort of if you can get to this point. Obviously, do what you can within your limits. Please don't financially overstress yourselves. Like Rome wasn't built in a day, you know what I mean? But little bites at a time. Like how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So just buy little certain things here or there, and then you can build yourself up over time. But you have to balance it with also like taking advantage of dips, right? So obviously signing up for the next crypto mindset course, so we know what some of the best opportunities to buy. But you guys have to like be careful about going too crazy. But if you already have a lot of your guns, cool. If you already got the food stuff, cool. Just do So do a checklist of what you have ready and how prepared you are. It doesn't take too long, right? Well, how much water do I have? How much food do I have? How much ammo? How much weapons do I have? Cool. For some people, like not having like gun like whatever guns they have is never enough, but still. It's just getting all that prepared and in list form and figuring out, okay, that's what I have now. Cool. And this is my crypto off the exchanges. Like do a crypto mindset check on your entire portfolio. See, okay, is everything off of Coinbase, everything off of Kraken, is everything off all these websites? Cool. Am I earning yield and everything? Okay, cool. Or not. If the yield's pretty low and I'm on a centralized exchange, let me take it off. Fuck it. It's earning less than is earning like less than 10%. Like think about this. You're risking your coins for less than 10%. Why? That's pretty dumb. Not now. you know, if you want to risk it for like when times are like starting to pump up, that's fine, because like you have less risk at those times, but still take possession of your coins, put them in your Trezor, put them in your MetaMask. We're at some point we're going to end up getting the snapshot for Hex. So all these coins are going to get copied over, but get your coins back in your possession. That way, if the governments get more draconian or something like that, you have control of your money. Get control of your money. Crypto is the freedom of capital and money and stuff. You have Ethereum, you have USDC. You can essentially move everywhere. If USDC becomes a problem, then we get out of it, go back to Ethereum. They can't do shit with that. Get into Bitcoin, and then we can just wheel and deal and trade around and get into coins, and there's nothing they can do about it. So that's the power of it. Now, this one's kind of a little more. Now I'm gonna have to throw a little warning on this one right here. Now there's your warning. Okay, so now here's a warning. Now, this is sort of the time, not financial advice, but to really kind of evaluate where you can find sources and ways to get more capital, right? So I never recommend using credit cards ever to be purchasing crypto or doing anything dumb stuff like that. So please don't do that. I have done it in the past long ago, but I don't plan on doing it ever again, basically. But it worked out. But I mean, you have to do what you have to do to make things work. So I was using, back in the day, I used credit cards to kind of like pay for meals and do stuff like that, which you're not supposed to do. And that way freed up more cash flow for me to buy the dips and stuff like that. If you can responsibly do that, it's a very slippery slope. So you have to really know what you're doing to even do something like that. But this is times where, going out, doing extra jobs, working harder, starting another business, improving skills. This is the time to like kind of really push and try to grow your income. Some people have taken loans. Obviously, I don't recommend this, but if you had to ask me, if you put a gun to my head and said, like, would you rather take a fixed interest loan or personal loan to buy crypto or a credit card? I'd tell you to take the loan any day of the week, basically. So, if you can afford the payment and stuff like that, maybe taking a loan that way gives you a little more dry powder and stuff, because but this is like you're making a bet here, right? You're like, okay, I know the prices are down right now. Cool. I'm getting access to this like 5, 10, 20, 30, 40,000, $100,000 of capital here. I'm not going to be stupid. 40% of it, I'm not going to spend right away. I'm going to keep it there on the side to make sure that I can keep paying the payments on this loan. And then the rest of it, I'm going to be using to DCA into projects, basically. Okay. Now, you have to be very prudent about it. It's just the main reason I'm bringing this up is because I've been asked this question quite a lot. Obviously, I've answered. I've got clips on my channel and stuff. If you look at like how to use leverage and stuff, that was actually one of my better clips I've ever done. Which is like I went over this guy's question about like leverage and all the different types of leverage and like how to like which one's safer, which is more degenerate and stuff. Leverage is leverage. It's always dangerous, but these are the times right now where you risk it for the biscuit and you can actually really win. So, like Unsuitable says, like I'm taking extra shifts, selling old golf clubs, shit that I don't use anymore. Yeah, this is the time to really dig deep and figure out places to like, like let me sell this shit. Let me do this. Let me take some extra hours. Let me take an extra shift. This is the time where you really can get wealthy, right? Like me and Charlie said, you can make money in a bull market. You get wealthy in a bear market. We've been saying this since 2019. This is not my first rodeo. I bought the low. I bought very, very good prices in 2016. Bought the lows in 2019, and I'm going to be buying the lows in 2022, 2023, wherever the lows is. I personally think it's in this year, but wherever the lows take us, like I'll be there. I'm going to purchase the lows, and then when we go back into the first half of the bull market, a lot of you guys are probably going to thank me for essentially telling you guys this stuff, because like you're not going to hear this from most other channels because they're too fucking pussy to fucking say it. G, thank you so much for the comment right here. He says great info, appreciate you, bro. No, shout out to you, man. Fist bump. But it's time now to get zen, sit down in your chair, think really long, hard, and about what are your options, what do you have available to you, fix up your credit, like double check your credit, make sure that you have no hard inquiries and stuff like that. And like go to creditkarma.com just to get that's not the best one, but like it's free and you can just double check to see what's going on in your credit report. Start building up your credit, and this is going to help you and put you in a better financial spot. you know, one thing you could do too, if you have like a friend or a family member that has a very high limit on a credit card. Now, we're not doing this to borrow on credit cards. We're just doing this to improve credit. So just FYI, okay? But one thing that you could do is if you have a family member with a very high limit credit card, you could ask them, can you make you an authorized user on that credit card? That can help improve your credit score, as well as get you credit cards that can have higher limits. Now, with all that right there, that's the point. The point isn't to have the higher limit be to spend on it. It's more just it makes you look better in terms of credit, so you may be able to take a loan or possibly be able to purchase a house, or just do something in terms of just not get ripped off when you're buying a car. It's just basically this whole we're in a debt system. So if you are going to use the debt system, let's use it in a way where like you are getting ripped off the least amount, basically, right? So Pulsechain games, dude, I maxed out my credit cards for buying the dip. Jesus, beautiful. That's so funny, man. Yeah, man, that's so funny, man. Yeah, crypto cliff notes. What do you think about Maximus DAO? I think it's really good. I personally have Maximus DAO. I recommended it. I've not sacrificed, but basically, you know, you send Hex as a contract, and you got tokens and stuff like that. So I sent you know, an okay amount for myself. In terms of Maximus DAO and stuff like that. I for myself personally, I have enough of it. But at some point, if it ever became unpegged and it was below like let's just say the price of Hex is 10 cents and Maximus DAO goes to 5 cents, then I would probably buy a little bit more. But this is like, but please, people, don't be shocked. Right now, it's really easy to hold. It's really easy to hold Maximus and stuff because it's above the price of Hex. But at some point, it can crash below the price of Hex, and I need people to realize that. You know, so remember, it's really easy to hold when you're winning, but it makes you're a true holder if you can hold when things are in the shitter. So shout out to you guys. Todd A, DCC, thank you for everything. What's the best and easiest way to buy Hex? Okay, so I'm going to explain to you guys what's the best and easiest way to buy Hex. Okay, and the safest way, because there is exchanges that I'm not going to name. There's these very tiny, small exchanges that do sell Hex. It's just very risky, and I just wouldn't I wouldn't do it. Okay, man. So this is what you do. I'm going to use Coinbase as an example, but this will work with any exchange. I go buy USDC or Ethereum. Now, if you already have a crypto wallet and you already have Ethereum on MetaMask, you can just buy USDC. That's all you need. You buy USDC on Coinbase, $500. Usually, I like to what I would recommend is the minimum purchase for Hex is usually like $400 to $500. But right now, the gas fees are very, very cheap right now. But usually want to buy because you're spending the time to do so. I would at least buy $500 worth at a time. That's kind of the minimum. You buy $500 of USDC. There's no fee for that. Then you send the USDC over to your MetaMask. Cool. There's going to be almost no fee for sending that USDC over to that MetaMask. At that point, you are then going to go on either Uniswap or Matcha, and I'll give you guys the links for both these sites. These are the official links, so please, these are safe right here. This is for Uniswap, and let me give you Matcha. Matcha.xyz. These are two sites where you can then just type in. You can type in where those basically where you can type in Hex in there to purchase it. From there, they're going to charge you a small amount of Ethereum. So remember, never use all your Ethereum, but you're going to use USDC to buy Hex, and then that's the easiest and cheapest way to buy Hex is on Uniswap or on Matcha if you're doing a much larger purchase. So if you're buying $10,000 or less, it's always better to buy through Uniswap. But if you're buying $10,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 of Hex or any cryptocurrency, for the most part, I would use Matcha because it routes your purchases maybe through Uniswap V3, V2, and then maybe there's another pool somewhere out there. They'll route you and get you the best rate and kind of maybe throw 70 and 5% here or 50-50 or 99-1% on this one pool, but it'll get you more bang for your buck in terms of Hex if you're especially buying a lot of it, and then it ends up making up for the larger fee that you get on Matcha. Matcha charges you a much larger fee because it's more of a complicated contract, where Uniswap is just beep boop, that's it. So that's pretty much the gist of it. There you go. Unsuitable DCC at the last emergency meeting got me pumped. Thank you so much, man. How do you buy? No. So I was talking about people. So what a lot of people are doing right now, never take cash advances on your fucking credit cards. That's retarded. Please don't. But what I meant is what a lot of people are doing is they're probably putting like they're paying payments on car payments and stuff like that on credit cards, or they're like their expenses going out on credit cards, and then because they didn't spend their cash in their bank, they're just using the bank money to then buy crypto and stuff like that. That's kind of what's going on. That's what I did in the past personally, but I was being really careful with it. And as soon as I made some money in the market, I paid off all my credit cards, and I've been debt free since. But people have to do what they have to do. I don't recommend it, but I can't say that I didn't do it in the past myself either. But I'm just I'm being real with you guys. Like a lot of people will just lie and say they didn't do it. Like I fucking did it. So yeah. Tap 2, my G, can't wait to meet you, man. With the $50 super chat, I've taken 5 remote IT jobs. I work for anywhere that a branch job pays 6 figures. That's well done. Well done for cash flow. Putting together a small course presentation on how to accomplish it, as well as how to live a digital nomad lifestyle. Oh, that's cool, dude. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, man. The internet's the future, man. Like, get yourself a social media presence and start networking out there and stuff like that. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. But yeah, getting tech skills or just being known for something. We're heading into an age, and thank you, Tap 2 again. But we are heading into an age where people look at people's LinkedIn, right, or CV. In the future, your LinkedIn CV and everything like that is going to be how much followers you have, how much people know you. And that's going to be that's going to start. It's blending in right now, but in the future, it's going to be a large part of like how many people follow you, how many people listen to you, what's your network? Your network is your net worth, right? So that's going to be a lot of things that people are going to be looking at in the future. Even if you don't have an IT business or anything that's in tech and stuff, being on the internet puts you out in front of more people, which then allows you to have the ability to make money while you sleep, or at least sell products or things to people that cherish what you do and stuff, or help support you. So it's a very important thing. But yeah. Cobra, I paid off my credit card 10 years ago and then got rid of them. Yeah, definitely. That's a say no to debt slavery for sure. Let's see, Angel Baby, I guess. Angel Baby, like should we sell out alluvium land plots? Richard said it's a scam on this last video. Thanks. I mean, I've made money from just about every single land sale I've ever been into and stuff. To tell you the truth, I was very honest to my guys, and obviously a lot of my guys taking the emergency meetings and all this other stuff we're doing. Actually the mega webinars is really what they're called. But I took profits on about 80% of my land. I kept some of it for the long term, and that's just the way I played it and stuff. I think Alluvium is going to be one of the better games that's ever come out of the crypto space, but at the same time, Richard, respectfully, Richard talks shit about NFTs, but at the same time, he said he's literally going to make NFTs. Like, all right, people are so stupid, they want to buy NFTs. I'm going to make a bunch of NFTs for money, and then you guys are going to end up buying them, even though it's a bad idea. But people are so stupid, they want to buy them. And that's basically, like, I'm paraphrasing a lot here. But Richard legitimately said that. So Richard's going to end up making NFTs, and people are going to fucking buy into it, which is very stupid. But they're going to do it. So, so just use these things as ways to make money and everything like that. And to tell you the truth, like I did pretty well on the land on the alluvium land sale and stuff like that. Sold SLV at $90, mostly at $190, and then kind of DCA'd my last bit out at between like $100 to $130 per SLV too. And bought a lot of land with my SLV that I yield farmed for free from essentially yield from collecting on my yield farms and stuff like that. So I did very well with the land sale and stuff like that. If you want to take profits on it, sell it on Mutable X. You have no gas fee, but they do charge you a little bit of a fee, of a kind of a fee for selling it and stuff like that. And then I think there should be some volume to sell. So that's what it is. But yeah, but he just personally doesn't like any of this stuff. But like games and this and that and everything like that. That's kind of his MO. But people like this stuff. Like, the thing is, just because Richard says he doesn't like it doesn't mean like people ain't gonna like it. Like, it's just the way of the world, like. But he is right about this one thing, like, you can lose yourself in video games. Like, I caught myself, I played World of Warcraft at pretty much at a professional level for about 2 years. And over a 3-year span, I had characters. I had a character like a paladin, an alliance paladin in World of Warcraft, where I had over a year of playtime on one character in 3 years. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just basically spent a third, like I spent almost damn near, I spent 1 year out of 3 years. So 1/3 of my time in 3 years on this character on a computer. Wow. Like, if I could have got some of that time back, it did teach me a lot of lessons. And I ain't gonna lie that, like, because of knowing the markets, I got very wealthy in the game. This is also, some of these skills have translated over into the crypto market, because the things the game, a lot of the people who are in crypto are gamers. Richard Hart was a gamer as well. He played StarCraft 2, Dota, and stuff like that. So, I mean, he was a pretty, from what I've heard, he was a very, very good StarCraft 2 player. And but like, so it's like him chastising us on this stuff. I mean, sure, like, let's learn from the lessons and don't waste our, like, to tell you the truth, I barely play any video games now. Maybe at the worst thing, I play a little Tetris or like Slay the Spire, which is a very fast game. But this whole thing that, like, Richard Hart didn't do any, like, he literally, like, all this, he is talking from experience of not to do this stuff, but at the same time too, like, he did learn some stuff from playing video games and doing all this stuff. So even Lord Richard Hart succumbed to, like, games as well. So yeah. Cobra, say no to debt slavery, for sure. Long-term agree. Yeah, that's correct. Let's see. You should request frequently credit card increases even if you don't use it. No, correct. That's correct as well. Yeah, like every couple months, you say, "Hey, yo, increase my limit." All right, cool. And then it just brings your credit worthiness up, and then you have more access to that sort of thing. But it's mostly just to increase your loans and stuff like that. Yeah. John Fabel, I just paid $3.80 for a swap. Woo! Beautiful. For Hex. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, and let's see, Dave, Pave Dave. Oh, you change your thumbnail and stuff. Like, so I picked up one ETH during the quarter, one course around $2,000. Now is a good time to sell that ETH and to pick up two. Look, I wouldn't swing trade too much and stuff into that and stuff like that. But I mean, I personally do think it's going to go lower. But the thing is like, you know, once I have a coin that I like that, it's fine. But you're kind of speculating a little bit. That's trading and stuff like that. If I'm not going to tell you yes or no to do it, but I mean, I personally do think the prices are going to go lower on Ethereum. But I'm not selling my Ethereum right now to buy more Ethereum. I'm just using dry powder and DCA funds to just buy new crypto. Basically, I'm a hodler, and I do take profits on coins from time to time. But, like, you know, I'm just buying new coins at those lower prices is pretty much my strat. But some people are going to risk it. But the thing is, it can go against you. We sell it at 1,000. Watch, this is the low, and then we maybe go back to 2,000, and we're just stuck at 2,000, and then you're just like, oh my god, dude! I'm just like, damn it, just got cut in half again, you know? Yeah. Let's keep going. IG social resume. Yeah, it's the world's biggest. It's the world's biggest, like, dating app as well, basically. So. You got like, let's just say as an example, you have 10,000 followers on Instagram. It's pretty much like you're gonna have more luck with the ladies, business, and everything, because it's like, wow, he's got 10K subs, so yeah, I'll give him a shot and stuff like that. For YouTube, it's a little more different and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's easier to get 10K subs on Instagram than it is on Twitter. I mean, no, than it is on YouTube. But it just is what it is. You just want to have the biggest numbers as possible. It's just it's a dick measuring contest, but just everyone plays it. Is there any concerns on Coinbase Wallet versus Coinbase Exchange? Maybe at some point, maybe they get really tight on the Coinbase Exchange, and then the Coinbase Wallet starts using that sort of stuff. If I start seeing smoke happening on that sort of thing, then I'll stop using the Coinbase Wallet and switch over to a different mobile wallet or do something like that. But yeah, I'm staying. Just if you can avoid KYC stuff, just because, like, protect your anonymity, and yeah, fuck them, basically. Do you play Clash Royale? I think a very long time ago, maybe 5, 6, 7 years. I haven't played it in forever, so I mean, I don't typically play too many mobile games, but yeah. Do you believe Harmony is on its deathbed? I personally don't think it is. I don't think it is, and everything like that. But like, the thing is I was mostly using Harmony just for metaverse plays, and like GameFi plays, really. Like, I play Knights and Peasants on there. I have DeFi Kingdoms. I have Evoverse as some of the plays I have in there. That's the only 3 things I use on there, and they're all game stuff, basically. I don't even use the swaps very often. Maybe Fox Swap a little bit to get access to other stuff, so people who know. But I haven't moved anything. I'm still farming on that stuff, so I'm just keeping it as it is, basically. But I haven't injected any new capital into any of these games. But at some point, I probably will. But if they fail, basically. So I invest for the long term, and then that's kind of the way I play these kind of GameFi and these positions and stuff. So yeah, JL Lord RH, that's correct. Oh shit, OG right here, Red Nitrous 18. What's going on, dude? I used to Metaverse game. Yeah, shout out RIP. No, not RIP, but RIP, man, at Decentraland, you guys. But yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Mr. Onizuka, I use CC to pay my monthly expenses. Yeah, there's a strategy. Like, yeah, you can use it as, but if you paid off the end of the month, right? So some people pay all their bills on credit card, then they pay off the bill at the end of the month, and then nothing happens, and they get the cash back, which is fine. But you just have to be very careful that you don't hit this point where, like, the check you get from the job is $5,000, and then you spend $6,000, you're like, fuck. And then so it's like the sort of thing where, like, if you're doing that kind of strategy, you really can only use, like, let's just say as an example, you have $5,000 of cash coming in from the job, and if your credit card bill at most should be $3,000. That way you have cash available at hand to build up your savings and invest and stuff like that. Like, I too many people, like, my expenses are $5,000 and my payments $5,000. So you end up like, you're always using the credit card, but you never have any cash on hand. You never build anything else. So you're just using the credit card. So it's like, it's just swipe. Like, you always got to spend less, especially if you're using that strategy. But I no, thank you. Yeah. Fathead Miguel's, you better get on the road, bro. Isn't it at least a 4 or 5 hour drive from Cali to No, I'm flying, dude. I'm flying. And yeah, this stream is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is not a joke. You got. I'll do a stream that you guys are sold out. You guys, I sold out. But Mr. Onizuka, great show. Watch that anime. It's an OG show, but really good. I pay it twice a month. Yeah. My limit is 12K. I kept it at 3K. Oh, good, nice, bro. There you go. Yeah. It is there for emergencies, but it's not an emergency you want to be using it for. But it's just, if it is what it is. Red Nitrous 18, credit card auto payoff, checking account seems like a no-brainer. Yeah. Just make sure. Yeah, you should have, all you guys should have a lot of your payments on auto pay, just so you don't miss a payment, and just have minimums at the very least, just in case. That way, like, you never get any bad derogatory marks on your credit score. So yeah, but we are oh, Crypto Boogie, yeah. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Boogie with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. But let's keep going on in terms of, like, this kind of like this recession school survival guide, right? So one thing you can do as well is kind of build up more of your skill set, right? During this time, this is a time to really start learning more about crypto. You can do the crypto mindset courses. You can try to learn about crypto coding. Just try to get yourself in the space. You can even be like a Discord mod. This is the time, if you really want to get into the space, to really dig in, learn. And this is where you can get your claws in, and then actually start working in the industry. We've had tons of people that have taken the crypto mindset courses that have, are working now at Uniswap, right? We're working at some of these major DeFi players or centralized entities and stuff like that. We actually have some people working for Binance, which is kind of crazy. Binance is hiring 2,000 people. You got to look for positions. You gotta get in where you fit in. But I mean, for some young kid who doesn't have much experience, being someone who's like Discord mod is a way for you to kind of get into the company and then give you opportunities in the future and stuff. So it's pretty cool. There's tons of people that have been hired where, like, they work for free helping out the community, and then from there they're like, "Yo, you're so invaluable. Hey, let me give you a job." And then years down the line, they're like now in some position where they're making quite a lot of money. That's how you do it. Another thing too to do as well is making sure that a lot of your cryptos are earning on its own centralized place. So it's like, if you have Hex, make sure Hex is on the Hex website, Alluvium's on the Alluvium website, like DeFi Kings on DeFi Kingdoms, your Curve on Curve. These are the sort of like strategy you can do. You can yield farm and earn more income, but since the prices are going down, income will go down. But you make sure to buy into the key blue chip assets and stack them up right now, because we're on a fire sale right now. One thing that we're gonna actually I'm gonna give you a little hint of stuff. We are gonna at some point end up creating an affiliate system for people that they'll be able to, like, for any of you guys who get like a family member or a friend or something into one of the crypto mindset courses, we're going to give like a nice little kickback to everybody. So it's a way for people to earn a little as a thank you from me and Charlie to you guys for helping like tell people about us. We're going to, be able to help some of you guys out and, get essentially an affiliate fee for telling a family member or a friend about the course and stuff like that, just as a thank you. Just for like, yeah, like you believe in us so much that you're willing to recommend us to your own family or friends. And here, thank you so much. So yeah. Mark R with a $10 super chat. Any tips on entering the market confidently again after realizing some pretty big losses? I felt the burn from the truncated fifth wave we had. I'm not leaving the market. Just the dip shook me up a little bit. Yeah, for sure. So obviously, I'm guessing you're still working. You're still DCAing. This is one thing that we told a lot of people: don't quit their day jobs and stuff like that. But it's more of just it's you're not going to feel confident. Like Mark, I'm just going to tell you the truth. You're not going to feel confident. The ground is going to feel shaky. It feels like it's going to go lower, and you just got to not give a fuck and just keep buying. I mean, that's just the fucking truth. Like, let me tell you this. Like, when I was trying to buy the low on Litecoin and stuff back in the day, it would drop $5 every other day or every week. So literally, I would get some cash, I'd buy some Litecoin. It would crash down further. Then I'd buy some until eventually I finally there was just a point where I felt like, am I just going to go to zero on this? And I just accept the fact that fuck it. If I go to zero, I go to zero. I don't care anymore. Boom. I throw it in. And this is kind of like what you're going to have to kind of deal with and stuff like that in terms of one of the big things we should be looking for, that's going to give you sort of a leading indicator that we're kind of getting out of this bullshit is when CPI, so the consumer price index, is starting to go down. So that means inflation, the number that the Fed is starting to freak out about, when that starts kind of like, wow, we're kind of like stabled off, like we're going like this and now we're stabled off, or we're starting to slightly go down. That's when we know pretty much the bottom is that's one of the indicators to know the bottom's very, very close to being in right there, as well as that the Fed will start kind of stop tightening down. As soon as that happens, the equities market will have a nice rally back up, because finally we're not getting shit on. But we're looking at key levels. Where obviously the crypto mindset course is going to be talking about all these levels and stuff like that. But Mark, it's just you're always it's just you're going to feel shaky about it. There's nothing, but you have to look at how much are these coins down. They're down, some of them are down 85-90%, and obviously they can go lower, but you've missed most of the drop. Now it's about just slowly DCing into these things, and as soon as you've seen holy fuck, let's just say Bitcoin does hit the 11K that Richard says, maybe it hits 14K, 15K. If you see anything like 15K BTC, you see sub $1,000 Ethereum, $700, $500 Ethereum. I mean, it's just it's a no-brainer to buy. It doesn't matter, because it's a year, 2 years later, they'll be back. At the worst case, Ethereum will be back to $2,000, $3,000. And if you bought it at $500, you're just you're in the W, and then you're earning a 5%, 7% yield on it on top of that natively. That's just a great position to be in and stuff like that. This market's going to keep shaking you up, but it's just having I'm not leaving it. I know you're a strong guy. You're here right now. You're watching the video right now. You're watching me on a Friday night, and it just kind of is what it is. Yeah, let's see. Mr. Onizuka, sweet. I'm getting my brother-in-law to join next month. Perfect, man. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah. Ruthless Viking, I recommend your channels and courses to everyone I know. The problem is that they don't believe. So in my head, he's heard it before. Yeah, but you got to keep trying with people, because later on, it's when they come to you, it's hey, dude, I tried, bro. I was telling you, dude. And they're yeah, I know. Well, it's I told your ass. I try to see you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, right? But you got to try, and this is the time. This is the time to buy pussy. This is what you got. That's what I tell my friends. Be this is the time to buy. Don't be a fucking pussy. This is when you start DCAing in. This is where you buy Hex cheap. This is where you This is a great entry on Hex. Even Hex it's going from here to worst case half a penny as the all-time low. But where can it possibly go in the future? It can go very high. Same thing with Cardano. Same thing with a lot of these other coins. Obviously, I don't think they're going to pump as much as Hex will, but obviously, like there's contingencies to all of it, and we'll talk about it in the crypto mindset course. Let's see, Jonathan Soto. I have 10K liquid Hex right now. Is it worth staking half, or is it worth keeping all of it for keep it all liquid right now? You don't have enough. You look. Actually, let me. I'm gonna share my screen for 1 second on this. Now, if we look at the Hex price right now, right? It's you basically said you had 10,000 Hex, right? So it was about $400, right? That's a 10,000. That's enough Hex right there where you can stake it all out for a 3-year stake, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years out and stuff like that, and be perfectly fine with that. But that's not like this is just a starting amount of Hex. That's why I've been recommending if you're making a purchase, you should be doing $500 at a time. So this is a good bag. Keep it liquid right now. If you want to do another bag, like maybe do okay, I'll do 10,000 staked, then the next time liquid, then 10,000 staked, then liquid. That's a strategy you can use there. Like now is the time to be staking your coins while Hex is cheap in terms of a monetary dollar value. But at the same time, you need to have liquid. Okay. So for sure. Red Nitrous. If you still have ammo to play with, you're playing smarter than 99% of investors in the space. Definitely, yeah. A lot of people just quit their shit or just did all kinds of dumb stuff. Like what's going on right now is a lot of people who quit their jobs over the last year that are like crawling back to their employers right now, which is like, damn, it is what it is. That was a very unpopular thing that we said during the course is what we told people, don't fucking quit your job just yet. Don't do all that stuff. Stack it, really get it. And then you can build or only leave your stuff once you've really built a lot of passive income. And this is a thing that I've been saying for a while too, that passive income isn't passive. You still have to, it's maintenance basically. Like I always thought of it. I'm just thinking about it because like everyone thinks about it in their way of their life, right? In my life, it's sort of like having like landscape houses or something like that. Like you've already done a lot of the major work on it. It's more about maintenance and maintaining it. It's still a pain in the ass here. And you still have to you have to really work hard at it and stuff like that. But it's not as hard as like the initial work that you had to do to kind of get it. But you have to maintain it, at least keep one eye on the steering wheel to kind of just keep this stuff going, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to G Macro Econ Alpha right here. Yes, sir. Mr. Onizuka, I've had a little luck, got 3 coworkers into yours and CC's YouTube. I'm trying to get them more into crypto. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, just tell them like, hey, you're just not going to learn fast enough and you're not going to understand this whole thing unless you essentially have someone hold your hand to really get into space. This is kind of the problem that like people sometimes have to pay for something in order for them to take it seriously. This is just how human nature works. If something doesn't cost them something, they won't respect it, right? So by you doing that, you're actually really helping them out, and they're gonna take it a lot more seriously. And then after like learning all this information, they're gonna be like, "Holy crap!" You've sped them up so many years ahead of time that like they could have just been dilly dallying, not believing that DCAing, missed the lows, and then kind of catch like this still would be okay, but they're not gonna catch. They're going to kind of miss, like, let's just say they missed the 2019 lows and they're mostly buying in like middle of 2020, which is still fucking awesome. But they really could have killed it if they had bought a little earlier. You know what I'm saying? So Onizuka is a good dude. Yeah, people don't listen, but you got to keep trying. It just is what it is, because later on, when they're like, when the prices are at fucking crazy prices, it's like, hey, should I get in? Shut the fuck up. Like, well, like you missed the fucking lows on it and stuff, but you can try to get in, but you're now really speculating and stuff. Us buying these lows and us going to, even though we're speculating on the prices right now, like, is it really speculating at the end of the day? Really, is it really speculating? Us buying Bitcoin below 20,000, buying Ethereum under 1,000? Are we really speculating here? Like, I don't think so. Like, even if like I DC'd all my cash, I said, fuck it, I'll buy 20K BTC, $1,000 Ethereum. That's my positions. A year from two for now. I'm not gonna be sad about those purchases. No way. I was like, oh no, I bought $20,000 BTC. So okay, let's just say, okay, so we had a $69,000 top for Bitcoin. The previous top was 20,000. So we basically did like a 3.3x. Let's just say I wanted to say it did a 2x, but fuck it. Let's bring out the handy dandy calculator. right? Let me get the calculator out. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen. Here's the old calculator, right? So let's call the market top $69,000. Actually, I'll put 69,420 as a joke. There we go, right? That's actually pretty. Actually, it's probably not off, honestly. That's the top, right? So if that's the top right here, right now, the last all-time high was 20,000, right? So let's do 69,420 divided by the last all-time high, 20,000. That's a 3.4x. Was the Bitcoin move. I'm just talking about Bitcoin here. Obviously, if Bitcoin moves that, everything else did way more than that at the minimum. Okay. So obviously, like if we're this was an underperformance. I'm being very dead honest about this. This was an extreme underperformance because the previous market, we went from 20,000. It was a basically, depending on where you marked it, right? We hit a $20,000 top. It was a low of anywhere from $500 to $1,000. So at the bare minimum, like we did a 40x. We did a 40x from like, you know, the lows of 2015, 2016 to basically to 2017, right? But if we're hitting to this point now where, like, you know, at the all-time highs, we were at $3 trillion market cap. It just takes more and more money to pump us up higher and higher. So BTC is becoming less volatile, but it still has these moves, right? So as an example, right, we're at $69,000. Let's just say all this chicken shit coin does is a 2x. Oh, I divided, motherfucker. Let me multiply. Okay, so that would mean that BTC would probably hit on a 2x would probably be like $138,000. But let me just go a little more bearish in that, right? Let me just do 69,000 times 1.5. It's yeah, it's about 49,000 plus 69. Yeah. Oh wait, I did that wrong. My bad. But fucking math. Plus what was the last number? $46,000. Yeah. So basically, like if we only did like an extra 50% more increase from the previous all-time highs, would be somewhere between the range like 90,000 to 115,000 as like the top. That would be it. If this is actually, I know I divided. I know. My bad. Yeah, but let's just say that's the top for the next cycle. Let's just say because it takes so much money, right? So this would pretty much put us at like a market cap top of like because you have this whole thing where like at every cycle there's more and more altcoins, so more and more of the money is being spread out in BT, and you also have Ethereum being more dominant as well, as much as BTC, maybe not as much, but very close to it. Then you could have this whole thing where maybe like this next cycle, all we do is just go to like 115, 120,000, and that's it, right? If that's the fucking case, if that's the fucking case, then even if I bought at 20,000, right? A 5.75x on my money over a certain period of time. That's a pretty decent return. But then from there, you know, maybe on something more risky, then you're at like maybe on something like Ethereum, you end up getting a little bit better than that. Maybe you get twice as much of that in terms of returns, or maybe that's that's only buying at $1,000, and that's buying at like a $20,000 BTC. So that's just the sort of thing. It can obviously go higher, but I'm just being extremely bearish on the numbers, right? And just to give you guys an example, right? So obviously, if we're only getting like a 5 point, you know, X from like whatever, like at these levels, obviously if you buy BTC at the 11K mark, like Richard's been talking about, then this is a much higher return. Let's just say $120,000 divided by 11K, 1,000. Basically, it's a 10.9x. Pretty good, a 10x on BTC. Then if you buy during those times, the purchases you do during that time will at the very least return you about basically 11 times on your capital, maybe even more. This is why it's like, is it really speculating at the end of the day? No. I mean, to me, no, it's just having the balls to buy during a fire sale and to buy during when the streets are bleeding. That's when you buy. This is what we're talking about here. You know? No. Fat Kid 99 said like, nah, BTC better 200K or I'm done with the next crypto motorcycle. But you have to think about that too. Is like this last cycle we had a very long altcoin run. extremely long altcoin run. So if the beta, right? If the beta, that means the average return that the market generates off of BTC is 11 times in your capital from bottom to top, as an example, right? The altcoins are going to do so like a shitty altcoin's probably going to do 15x from its bottom. The average altcoin's probably going to do 30 to 35 times from the bottom to the top. Now everyone's going to catch the bottom of it because some of them come in much later. They have higher valuations, but we're talking about like these crazy returns, right? And if that type of a market, right? Like then that would mean like the total market cap of crypto is like $6 trillion, $7 trillion. Maybe we top out at $10 trillion. But right now, so let me go back. So okay, let's look at the coin market cap sites in terms of just to kind of view it, right? All right, let me go to Nomics, or let me go to CoinGecko. So right now on CoinGecko, the market cap of crypto is basically $3 million. It's basically $1 billion, $1 trillion. I'm sorry, $1 trillion. So the market cap of crypto, at the very least, is going to about 6x to 10x from here. Now, there's going to be there's going to be some bigger winners than losers, right? So at the very least, if the market cap of crypto goes up 10 times from here, obviously I believe the prices are going to go a little lower than this. But if this is the bottom right here, the prices more than likely are going to go up 10x from there. Maybe it's a $9 trillion top. Maybe $6 trillion on the low end. But even if that's the case, that the market cap of crypto only goes up $6 trillion during a bull market, the Bitcoin dominance goes down. So Bitcoin dominance might go to 30%, Ethereum goes to 20%, and then you have alts being like 60% of the rest. 50%, 60% of the rest. So you have a massive increase in some of the old coins, as well as brand new coins that come in. So you're able to make a huge amount of returns. Now, let me tell you, this is kind of the crazy thing. If you come from equities, do you know how, like, JL's correct right here. Even a 5 times on your capital would be insane, right? So even a 5x on your cap, to be able to make 5x on your capital is insane in the equities market. The average fucking returns on fucking the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones and stuff, it's like 7%. So basically, it's such a crazy thing, right? Like if you take 72 divided by 7, right? Like, so this is the rule of 72, right? You divide the number by the amount of interest that you earn per year, or the rate of return. Pretty much, it would take you 10.2 years in order to double your money in equities. I'm not saying it's a scam or nothing like that, but it's just that's so shitty, dude. Like, even earning 20% per year, like, woo, big shot over here, man. I'm earning 20% on my money. 20% on my money, right? So look here, I'll show you guys. Let me just get back into it. This is this horseshit. Like, you can't grow wealth anywhere. I mean, this is crypto. I mean, crypto is the way, bro. Like, this is like crypto or real estate is one of the only ways to like really make money out here in the space, or a business. So it's literally, you go into a business with you or a partner or yourself. You invest in real estate, or you buy crypto. These are the trifecta. These are only 3 really ways to really make money in this place. This whole thing of just like, sure, if you want to have a lot of money, you can invest in a couple single. I was a good stock picker and stuff like that. On average, I'd make 25 to 40% a year. That was pretty good. But I mean, but to tell you the truth, it wasn't like nothing crazy, because like 40% on horse shit, so horse shit, you know, like you need to make these X's in order to actually be able to like have a lot of X's, you know. But let me go to this page. Okay, so here's the calculator again, right? So let me show you this. Rule of 72. 72 divided by 7% a year. Let's say my portfolio is growing 7% a year. So it would take me 10.28 years. 10 fucking years to double my money. 10 years to double my money. What a crock of shit. Let's just say I'm a G. I'm fucking out here, bro. I'm like Warren Buffett. I generate 20%, 25% a year. No problem. Okay, let's do that right there. 72 divided by, let's say I'm 25. I'm really earning out here. I make more money. I make as a percentage return more than some of the top fucking guys managing $1 billion funds. 2.8 years, I double my, so basically every 3 years, I double my money. Yeah, I'm just a Chad out here, right? Shit. If I don't get a 2x on a coin and shit, that's a disappointment. If I don't like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I like, let's just be for real. When outside of the shit where we're dipping right now, as soon as we're at the bottoms and we're out of here, shit. Like if I'm not doubling or tripling my money, I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? Am I fucking up and shit? Like I started having this whole cry. Like my yield pays me more than this shit. I've yield farm fucking like 10% a day on stuff. 10% a day, son. A 10% a day. 6, 7, 8 months ago, and banked that shit and made that money. Like I literally make what these fund managers make on their fucking shitty ass portfolios. I make that shit in a day when shit's popping. I don't even get out of bed for a 2x. My dick don't even go up for a 2x. I've made 100, 500 X's on my money. No cap. Full on fuck. That's truth. Like these returns, like you guys, like I'm gonna convince you guys, but some of the new people watching right now, like this has happened. This happens, and this is why it's like I don't give a fuck about like it's like I'm not shaken by this shit. Like like this is why I know me and Charlie are out here fucking like with this testicular fortitude and stuff, because man, everyone's out here fucking like, oh no, it's the bear market. It's over. Things are gonna crash. And I'm just like, oh my fucking god, baby, shit! I can't wait to buy. Go lower, motherfucker. Yeah, cannot wait, man. Oh my! I mean, it's such like it's a powerful thing, man. Like I'm foaming at the mouth to buy. Richard Kiyosaki's foaming at the mouth to buy. Anybody with some common sense and that's been in the market a while, has been stacking cash on the side, is foaming at the mouth to purchase. Warren Buffett has been stacking billions. He's buying right now currently, and he's got hundreds of billions of dollars. Rob Kiyosaki's over here trying to buy real estate. Myron Gaines is buying real estate right now. We are like everybody who in their respective fields has been storing up cash and is right now is not cowering. They're fucking 1-2 punching. We're out here purchasing assets. I've been buying Ethereum. I've been buying Hex. I've been buying actually, no, I haven't bought BTC yet. I'm going to though. I've been buying some of these altcoins, and I still have capital here on the side. I'm still working. Like you guys are still working. You guys are putting money away. Like I've been telling you guys, at the very least, 50% of what you thought you were going to DCA, put that into another account, into USDC, put that on the wallet. The other half DCA in to get some entries. Because a lot of people get very gun shy, because especially this is their first time ever dealing with like this kind of flash sell event. So this is when you really can change your whole life right now. Because with this is kind of crazy, right? So back when I was working landscaping and I was doing all this other stuff in the past and stuff, I would always think, okay, Miguel, if I put every time I say like every $100 I put, it's going to turn into $1,000. I literally would say this to myself as a mantra. These $20 are $200, bro. Like sometimes, some days, so there's some days where I wasn't doing so hot, bro, and like all I had was I don't have a $20 bill. They're all 100 Zia. Shout out crypto. But there was a point in my life where I was working really hard, I paid my workers and stuff, and I got stiffed on jobs, and I didn't make, I literally imagine working all day in the hot sun, sweating, working like 10 hours, 10 and a half hours, 11 hours. Like literally I would have dirt on my face and shit. I'd just be really, really tired, like sweaty and shit, drop all my guys off and stuff, make sure that they got paid and stuff. Cause that's a responsible thing. When you own a business, you're the last one to eat. Your soldiers got to eat, your army's got to eat first before you do as the general. And I would end up some days with like only $20. And then I would just go like, holy crap. So I would debate whether I want to eat that day versus put into crypto. And then what I did is I downloaded the Cash App and I put those $20. I would not sometimes not eat, or maybe I'd have $30. I'd take $10 to buy some food, and then like those $20 I'd throw them in. Some days I would just I'm not eating today. I'm putting these $20, this $30, this $50 into crypto. Like I had $50 some days, and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna take $40 into crypto, $10 to buy some food and shit. And because in my head I was like, this $100, this $10, this $20 is going to be $1,000 later on, and it fucking did, and it did way more than that. Fit kid number, yeah, bro, yeah, I've been for a while, dude. For a lot, I mean, a lot of people don't know this and stuff, but you know, I didn't even start my YouTube channel until I was a millionaire. So I felt like, personally, I felt like I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to be on YouTube, like, saying shit unless like I was already at that like level and stuff. And I just felt like I was going to be like, I was a liar if I wasn't, but that's what I did personally, like, until I finally hit that first milli. Then I started YouTubing, and then it's only been growing from there, basically. But that's what we did. And then obviously there's days where I fucking killed it doing jobs and stuff and everything, making like a lot of money, and then really be on DCA quite a lot. But this is what I've been doing. And it worked for me. It'll work for you guys. This dollar cost, there's a reason I call myself dollar cost crypto, because it was my mantra, and it fucking saved my life. The crypto industry saved my life. You know, I've always, I couldn't get into the traditional space because it, you know, I didn't fit the mold, but I believed in this crazy crypto thing, and everyone else was wrong and I was fucking right. So suck my dick. So. I mean, that's just the thing, man. This crypto industry has changed my life. It's changed Charlie's life. Anyone who is stuck with this for 3+ years has like completely changed their life. Let me tell you this. Every person that I've known, that I lost a lot of buddies and stuff because like supporting some coins and stuff like that, because it's just really stupid. At the end of the day, you really think about it, like I'm not going to be your friend because you like this coin. It's like I'm not going to be your friend because you're fucking white, or you're black, or you're Asian, or you're Jewish, or Catholic. It's just fucking wreck plebs, dude. Just idiotic motherfuckers. But whatever. At the end of the day, equal opportunity friend here, right? You just sounded like Rick Ross. I know. That's the Rick Ross thing. But I also got the. But it's just that sort of thing. So every person that I knew from 2020, 2019, that stuck through it is a millionaire to multimillionaire. Some of them barely hit $1 million. Some of them hit multi-millions. I got a couple guys I know that made like 50, 100 million plus. And it's just an incredible thing. And in every second, I've said this before, it didn't matter if they're like BTC, Ethereum only investors. It didn't matter if they were in the NFT space, yield farming space, shit coins, altcoins, L1s, every sector of crypto you could think of. I had buddies that just mostly specified in those areas, killed it. Some dudes all in on Hex, some dudes all in on this coin, all in on Phantom, all in. Like, there's anyone who was just believed and saw that the people were working hard and they believed in their project, made it. Even the guys who just invested into Cosmos, there's some dudes that did pretty well. You know, I'm 3 years in. You're not far, dude. You're not far. And even if it takes 4, isn't it good to know that there's actually a path? Like this whole thing is like work 40 fucking years at the company, or whatever the hell, or whatever multiple jobs you end up having, because you know you're gonna be fucking like, you know, you can be riding the cock carousel in jobs, right? Work 40 years, put money into a 401k, and you one day we're going to retire. What a crock of shit, dude. No, let me tell you how you really retire. All right. Now I did the read. So at one point in my life, I was going to, I wanted to work for Fidelity, and I was going to end up becoming a retirement. I was going to help people with retirements and stuff. I was going to be a financial advisor in terms of in the equity space. I've always wanted to do that. Right. And when you really look at the data, realistically, right, it's all about cash flow. Cash flow. Now, the one problem with crypto is crypto's so young that you can't really count on. You can count, like, it's this whole shit where like for 2.5 years, you can count on crypto cash flow. And then for 1.5 years, you'll go broke and you'll lose everything with crypto cash flow. That's the real deal about that. Okay. Now, once the low's in, you're in, and then you're yield farming, you're yielding on stuff, and then the prices keep going up. You're just like, your income's only going up, and you're just like, I didn't have to cut me off. Making more money. It's fucking crazy because it's like, wow, my yield farm generates me $100 a week, and then like over the next 2 years, the price goes up 10x, 20x, and then the yield goes up a little bit or something like that. You go from like your original investment, like double 20xing in price, and then your daily or your weekly income goes to $2,000 a week, and then you're just like, I'm fucking balling, yeah, motherfuckers. You go from like a couple $100 to like now I'm earning $8,000 a month on that position, and that's only one position, and you're just like, the money never ends. Like I wish I could play some of the other dumb stuff I have in terms of the sound bits and shit, but like it's pretty cool, man. It's just like you're just making a fortune, and then then when the crypto crash happens, the yield, because less people are yield farming, less people are buying, transactions are down, fees go down, you start earning less and less money on it, and then you're like, and then it starts going down. And then what ends up happening is that during the 2.5 years where your income, where the prices are going up, your yield starts going down. You end up getting accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And you're because people are like not selling their positions off, or they're just yield farming. Like, I'm just gonna, I heard there's all these yield farming guys and stuff like, I'm building a stable portfolio of this and this and this and this. Like, let me tell you the stable portfolio. And this is, and like, I've talked to me and Charlie have talked personally. Me and Charlie have talked to Robert Kiyosaki. We talked to George Gammon, Myron Gaines. We've talked to quite a lot of these guys right here. Susnick and stuff from like from Infotainment. Not Infotainment. I'm so sorry. From Valuetainment, Money and stuff like that. We've talked to all these guys, and at the end of the day, like just to go back to the beginning of the story, the people who ended up that could retire were either people who had pensions, or were like the crazy like 5-10% of people in the 401ks who just threw everything at it, and they were still living like a pretty shitty retirement. The people who were living a decent retirement were typically people who had a 401k and also had an investment, had like 2 houses. They had their main property paid off, and they had an extra property. So basically, they were able to generate $1,500, $2,000, $4,000 a month from a rental property that was paid off, and then that brought up their income up, plus Social Security, plus they can do the 3% draw rule from their 401k, and that was enough cash, 3, 4, 5, 6 different places, to bring enough cash flow together to give them $6,000-$8,000 in order for them to actually maintain their lifestyle and actually retire. Right? So it's about building these cash flow entities. One of the biggest cash flow entities in the world, even though it's really old, it's old school and stuff like that. And the fast money's crypto, it's real estate. Right? Once you get enough real estate together, if you invest like $1 million into properties and stuff, it's not easy. And you either fix them up, or you buy turnkey properties and stuff with a lower cap rate and everything like that. You can generate $8,000, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 a month out of $1 million. And of course, you're like $1 million. Maybe I don't have $1 million. Of course, you build it up over time, right? This is like a lot of multiple smaller properties, but $1 million of invested capital into real estate will buy you $4 million of properties, and that can generate you $10,000, $13,000, $25,000 of income coming in. And obviously there's gonna be fluctuations, and you got to be careful with your debt and stuff. So it's a very like careful game. But then you pay them off, which is like what? No, you flip them, right? Or whatever the fuck you do, right? But depending on your strategy. But that's really like, you build that up, and then from there you build up a business income, and then from there at some point crypto's going to stabilize and become larger. Then you can have stocks and equities. It's about, at that point you've got so many places, it doesn't matter if things crash really hard, you're just always pushing money back in. Yeah. But no, for sure, man. But thank you so much, Todd, with the Canadian $20 super chat. Thank you so much to you and Charlie for all the time and knowledge. I was late, didn't get any by coins off Celsius. What do you see happening with withdrawals? Honestly, I see you guys probably taking probably a 40% haircut on Celsius on those. Me and Charlie were warning people for 6 months now, since January, to get your coins off of like all centralized exchanges and stuff. Obviously we were saying, we told people to sell Celsius early last year in January. And we were telling people to get money off of Celsius, not because we thought something was wrong with Celsius, but just like, just the yields not that great right now. We can earn more in DeFi anyway. So I do, I know some people at the company and stuff. I do like them and stuff, but it's just in terms of regular clients, like let's put all our keys in our pocket. And in terms of as well as like we at the time, Richard was indicating that we were going to end up having the Pulse chain snapshot and launch and everything pretty soon. So we were telling people for months to get their money off of there so they could get the snapshot. So that's kind of what was going on there. I'm sorry about that, but I do believe you will receive some of your cash. The main thing that was hurting Celsius right now is that they invested a tremendous amount of money to earn yield on CETH, which is a derivative product of Lido, which is by Crypto Cobain, his company. And it's basically they take the Ethereum, they make it into a sort of a thing, and then the yield ends up creating like a Lido token, which is like CETH. And then that token, if you hold in your wallet, it also generates more yield of the CETH yield, and then people pay that out. Well, what ended up happening is that until Ethereum 2.0 comes out, and then you end up getting an EIP proposal that happens a couple months later, you won't be able to redeem those tokens to real Ethereum until much later on. So right now Celsius probably doesn't have the Ethereum to actually return a lot of the Ethereum back to people. So it's just the sort of thing where, more than likely, I think you are going to get your cash back on if you really wait long enough. But some of it you may end up taking a haircut at the worst case if you want your cash back now, you might take a 40% haircut on it. I don't think they really wasted a lot of the money or nothing like that. They didn't get, but there's some people that are after them because they basically they took out over $500 million out of Terra Luna and stuff. And some of the Terra Luna dudes are really pissed off at Celsius for doing that shit. It's a huge crock of shit, basically. But yeah, man. This stream is fire. No, this stream is fire, bro. I mean,
this is a certified hood classic.
That is true, man. Certified hood classic. But yes, I talked about this earlier in the earlier part of the stream. Yeah, the next Fed rate hike is going to end up probably taking us down a little further, which is what I'm going to really start purchasing. Let's keep going. Okay, Serbius. Okay, hey Miguel, I'm 18. I got a few $100 saved up. Should I put into crypto? Keep saving it up to put it into learning a higher income skill coding. I have a lot of money, and then put money. Do both, dude. Basically, like, just you're 18. Who gives a fuck about your money? Like, that's kind of a crazy thing to say, but like, you can afford to just waste it, pretty much. So you should be focusing on skills, but at the same time, put a little money into crypto. It doesn't hurt. Buy some Ethereum, get some Hex. Get into Bitcoin when it gets cheap, and then that builds you the cash flow basis where like you can multiply your little hundreds of dollars into like thousands, maybe tens of thousands, and you can use that money to try to get yourself into something else. Hey, what happened? Okay, so yeah. It's coding it, yeah. So that's basically the way you would play it and stuff. Like basically, all the cash you earn should be going into crypto or going into like saving up into a bank account in order to actually pay for fucking online courses or ways to start learning. Join the crypto mindset course. Go take boot camps on fucking because look, if you don't know what you're doing in crypto, take the crypto mindset course. It'll get you to a point where you're not going to get fucking insta-wrecked because so many people join the space and then you guys are going to lose all your money. I promise you. You guys are going to be down bad, like super bad, right? Once you have a footing in crypto, you know how to invest in there. You can put like a certain portion of your investment. Maybe you're like, I'll put 30% into crypto and the rest of it, I'm going to put it and keep it in cash so I can afford to pay like boot camp. So take fucking coding boot camp classes. Take anything you can to increase your monetary skill. Take video editing classes. You can make a lot of money editing YouTube videos, making clips for people. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made right now. It's just being useful and stuff and just spend money on like getting skills and knowledge and stuff like that. But definitely keep put some money into crypto as well, because this is how you're going to, then from there, you start making money into that stuff and put it in. But you have to start, like, not putting any money in crypto, I think is a terrible idea. But these boot camps and these things aren't that crazy. If you really want to like learn and pay for this shit, you can pay for it. There's a way, even if it takes a credit card to like fucking like pay. Let me swipe this stuff so I can take a coding class to like start getting the footprints of me being able to code online. Like, do it now. You're 18 years old. You do it right now. Your brain's still pliable and good and shit. You're gonna pick this up quick, and then on this crypto market, once this thing heats up and stuff, you can get yourself like $100,000, $200,000 fucking development job, because like there's no fucking developers out here, and then you can make a fortune, or you get paid in altcoins. I mean, dude, like sky's the fucking limit, dude. Sky's the limit. Someone's buying out sell. Yeah, so basically there's a lot of short sellers or people trying to make money off of shorting the fuck out of Celsius. It's mostly doing through FTX. So what a bunch of people from the Celsius community are doing is they're buying all the Celsius off of FTX, taking it off, moving it to Uniswap, and basically making it very illiquid on FTX. And then what they're doing, because they're buying it up, they're taking longs on the other position, and they're pumping the price of pumping the price of Celsius to liquidate all the fucking basically, in their words, faggots that are trying to short and hurt the sell token price. So that's kind of what's going on right now. There's basically, it's almost a GameStop situation kind of going on right now. Kind of insane. I missed your super chat. I'm so sorry. If you post DSG, post it down here again, and I'll just in regular, you don't have to super chat again, and I'll read it out in a minute. So Bossy, $10 super chat. Is the simple jack method of having recurring buys every week and DCing without concern is still valid? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Look, DC, like I teach people, okay, I call myself dollar cost crypto, but really I was daily dollar cost averaging, because of the way my business was working. I would make money every single day. I would make some cash. Someone paid me a check. I would always be having cash. So I would just take a portion of my check, buy some crypto that day, put the rest in the savings, pay workers, and be like make sure I have money for overhead. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you can set it up. Let's just say you get paid every other Thursday. You can set it up then the Friday. That Friday you purchase a certain amount, and you've got to say, okay, I get $1,000 every week, $200 to buy me Ethereum every day on that Friday, and you can leave it like that. That's perfect. That's the simple jack way to do it, but that will work. That's the traditional way you invest you invest into stocks and equities and stuff, and it does work. You're doing a constant dollar cost averaging strategy where you have a recurring purchasing agreement and stuff every 2-3 weeks. It worked. I did it for a very long time. This is how I was able to build up my stack, and over time, like you'll see, like, wow, I got a really good entry price. So yeah. Let's see. Nick August, shout out to you, man. Spreading the gospel of gains. Love to see it. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Service. Let's see. Thanks for all the gems you dropped for free, for sure. Yeah, especially service. It seems to me that you're probably not going to go to college, right? If you're not going to go to college, good on you. You're not going to get into debt. Now it's time for you to just skills. Go into tech. Whatever sector. It doesn't matter if you're a video dude, editing. I mean, anything that has to do with YouTube, anything that has to do with like just get all these skills in your pocket and stuff, become invaluable, and you're going to make a lot of money over time, getting connections with people and stuff like that. Learn coding, and then so start with a boot camp to learn basic coding, maybe Java or whatever the hell, C++, and then from there you can take there's going to be programs and stuff out there. So you can go to Code Academy to get started, and then from there you can do certain things. And there's actually like physical boot camps where like it's I don't like that they call it a boot camp. It's more really like more like a course, really, like, or a like a half a semester. You're basically doing school for half a semester, really, on some of these boot camps. But this is a way for you roll your skills up and stuff like that. I mean, there's no way in hell if you listen to what me and Charlie are saying, and then you do some of the things we're telling you to apply when it comes to, like, especially for you that's going to tech, take some of these coding boot camp classes, learn about crypto. By the time you're 21, your life is going to be completely changed. You're going to be part of the 0.5% of 21-year-olds that are just killing it here in America, $100,000+ a year. No problem. Fit Kid 1999. Damn, I can't believe I just found your channel. Nothing better than education, hustle, plus the realness. Love your shit. Thank you, bro. Yeah. Hexagon. Hex crypto has no chill. No, sir. Yeah, folks hunting Celsius blood. That's correct. Oh, for sure, Bossy. Yeah. Let's see, DSG next month. I'm getting a bonus that will use the extra dry powder. Is it worth the stake? ILV Ethereum for the next month outside of my normal strategy. I would do whatever you end up doing. Do like a 6 month and a 1 year. Right. So let's just say you're going to buy like $2,000, throw $1,000 for 6 months, $2,000 for 12 months. That way you have a little option there, because let's just say Ethereum and things are like bottomed out and we're starting to pump. You get those coins back and you're like, okay, cool. You can just keep the Ethereum side, the ILV side. You just keep it as just no staking. Just keep it in your pocket to sell later, and then you have the Ethereum back in your pocket, and then now you have a little dry powder to kind of move around. Basically, that's the way I would do it. DCG. Skills get you paid, but you must invest your time and commit to your goals. Correct. Yeah. You join the crypto mindset. These guys are warriors and stuff like that. We're going to put you on the right track, man. For real. Yeah. Python. Yeah. Python's getting bigger. That's correct. Yeah. Things are getting crazy. Yeah. You can do the trades as well and stuff. But if that person, but if you're, if you're technologically inclined and you don't like to work outside, because trades are hard, I will say that, but because it's so hard and people don't want to break a nail. Like, oh no, I broke a nail. The competition isn't as high in some industries and stuff like that. You can make a lot of money. If you push, you can make money, but it's going to be hard. But that's where I got a lot of my sales skills from, basically. Let's just see right here. Yeah, there's some really good coding boot camps around the country. Fulton School and Turning School in Denver, really good. I just hired a couple people. Oh, dude, that's really cool. Yeah, for real, yeah. Mark, please throw any more information you have about there, man. I definitely will be creating. So we'll be compiling places where people can learn certain skills and stuff with future products and stuff for sure. An electrical union apprentice starts at $20 over here. Finish at $55. Check it out. Not bad. Not bad. Well, you guys, before I go and stuff like that, please, for any of you guys who want to meet me at the Crypto Mindset party. Oh, where the hell is it? Where did I leave it? Did I delete it? Oh, well, yeah. Click here. Did I really lose it? My God. Sorry, I've got so many tabs open. Oh, forgive me, you guys. Yeah, basically. Yeah, if you sign up right here to cultivatecrypto.com and stuff, and go to the Crypto Mindset page, you hit the cultivatecrypto.com, and then you hit shop, and then you go right here, shop now. You guys can meet. We're having the party tomorrow on Saturday at June 25th. It's gonna be $350. It's only being used to pay for the event and stuff. It's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have private crypto alpha, Fight Club rules. Going to hang out to meet me for the first time and stuff. We can chill. We can have a drink and stuff. Smoke a cigar. Maybe a doobie. Kick-ass 3-story private mansion in Vegas that we're gonna have for the whole night and everything like that. Party catering, DJ. EDM, it's gonna be EDM music, DJ and stuff that works with Black Eyed Peas and stuff. Like we're gonna have poker tables, blackjack, billiards, Texas Hold'em, and craps and stuff. I'm gonna be on the craps table. Just shout out to you guys. And then we're gonna be doing all kinds of other stuff on Sunday. We're gonna do this entire thing at Circa Swim and stuff. So you can book at Circa, or you can just get any local casino there and just Uber over to the Circa, and then you just pay $40 to like essentially get into the stadium swim, and then we're gonna all be hanging out, drinking mimosas and stuff, and betting on sports games, pretty much. So I'll throw you guys the link. Throw you guys a link right here if any of you guys want to come to the event. It's 1 or 2 days. Pick your poison, and come meet me and everyone else at the Crypto Mindset event and stuff like that out here in Vegas and stuff. Once you purchase and stuff, you will get an email later tonight where the venue will be hosted. So you guys will know the time to show up will be at 7 o'clock in the afternoon in Las Vegas time. So that's Pacific Standard Time. Okay. So I cannot wait to see you guys out there. And peace, you guys. Shout out later.